Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Yes, indeed. It is Tuesday, 8:37 a.m., the 22nd of January. I was about to say December. And here's a little Saber slash Cream. She's a little squeakaroo. And by squeakaroo, I mean she's not squeaking today or making any noises. I'm not sure why I called her a squeakaroo. She is a cutie, though. An absolute little sweetheart. I've only found it's the whoops, bonk. Oh, you silly goose. She just jumped, and I was gonna say I'd only found one flea on her, and then when she jumped, it dislodged that one flea. And so I'm gonna put her away because she's jumped and she's scared. And so I mean she was just woke up when I made noises in her cage. So she's trying to escape so she can go back to sleep. So I'm going to put her back in her cage. There you go. Gosh. Poor little thing. I didn't think she would jump, but she did. Because she's a hamster, amazingly enough. A hamster who still has a flea. Which means she's still got flea issues. Gosh darn it. I'm going to have to go further than just the rosemary. I mean, that's like only the... Oh, it's on the arm. Well, hello, flea, get off my arm. Now it's going to go have little flea eggs everywhere in the rest of my room. Yay! Oh well. Such is life. I'm going to obviously do something else because there was that flea, and that's not good. So there's much less than she had. I mean, this is only the second flea I've seen since I rosemarried her. And when I realized I first had a problem, there were like 3 and 4 fleas on her, and every time I picked her up there were always 3 and 4 fleas that I could see. So this is only the second flea in like 3 weeks since I've rosemarried her and her cage, at least, so not bad. It's just I gotta take that next step, apparently. Get rid of the last hangers on. Hopefully that flea that bounced around out here now is just gonna starve to death or some such instead of laying eggs everywhere. Or if it does lay eggs everywhere, hopefully they'll just die. Yay. Fleas! Yay! She's the only one that has been having fleas though, so hopefully the flea that bounced off me here and went that direction from her is now not going to find its way into one of the other cages. So that would be bad. None of the others have fleas, so that's good. At least yet. Oh, itchy nose. I did go, oh, I'm so sorry. Stop. I don't know why my nose was so itchy, but then nerves. Anyway, though, I did go walkies yesterday, and in fact, it wasn't just the 6 miles on the walkie trip. I took the big loop up, so it added a mile on the trip there to Walmart, 4 miles, and then I took the loop back on my way home. So it was an 8-mile round trip. I left at about 5:30-ish, approximately, and I got back around... Oh, it was between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Closer to 9 o'clock than 8:30. Gosh, my body is just being way too biological and irritating this morning. Now that eyelash went and caught and it tugged right out, so it was just ready to fall into my eye. Thumbs up. So, but yes, I took the 8-mile walk, and not only that, because my kitty had made it back, I had to get some kitty food. And I bought an 11-pound box of cat food, and I carried the 11-pound box for the 4-mile half trip back. So I went 4 miles without a box, and then 4 miles coming back carrying a box. Thumbs up on that. A good thing. Well, I mean, not so much the carrying part. That was, of course, you know, tiring and sore. Because it was like carrying it by the handle for a while, and then carrying it as just a box next to my body, and tiring. 11-pound box is heavy. Thumbs up for that. I can't remember if I talked about this. I was chatting with people, and I'd mentioned before how, let's see, I have one of these right here. You see, because cannabis is legal for recreational purposes in Washington state, technically you're not supposed to be smoking any cannabis where people can see you or people can smell it. But even though those are the rules, there's other things to worry about. And so I've accidentally stopped in front of a cop car and lit up and then smoked it as I walked away. And then it was only after I had been lit up and been smoking that I went, oh, that's a cop car. That might not have been good, but pre-rolls, excuse me, pre-rolls look like cigarettes, just brown cigarettes, you know. So, hey, who's to say I'm not just smoking a cigarette? That's not illegal. That's not legal. Yeah, well, culturally, and so that's a good thing. Oh, also, I've talked about the other differences, like between the tar in cannabis and the tar in regular cigarettes, and what the tar part is, and why tar from smoking cannabis is different from the tar of smoking cigarettes. Huge difference. Massive, because it's the thickest, wettest part of the cannabis plant instead of the thickest, wettest part of the 700 to 7,000 chemicals they use when making cigarettes, all addictive and carcinogenic. And also found out that in the United States, we make cigarettes with sugar, which adds to their toxicity and addictiveness. But so there's a huge difference between the two types of plants and what they do in your body, because on the tar is just the thickest, wettest part is still just cannabis and not just all the other chemicals. But also, ow, something fell into this eye. Oh, I'm having a wonderful biological day. The other thing too about cannabis, though, when you're smoking it, is nicotine is a bronchodilator and a cardiovascular dilator. So all of your blood vessels get tighter and withdraw, and your lungs, when you smoke a cigarette, they tighten up, so it's harder for you to breathe. So exercising while smoking can be, you know, at least mildly dangerous, because your body's blood vessels are shutting down on the outer edges, and your lungs are partially squeezing tight and shutting down. So it's harder to get air and harder to get it throughout your body. One of the reasons that I like to smoke cannabis, not only for pain control, but otherwise when I go walkies, is cannabis is a cardiodilator. I got it all backwards. It's a cardioconstrictor. I'm sorry about that. I haven't been up for very long. Nicotine and tobacco is a constrictor, not a dilator. Constrictor is to tighten up. Cannabis is the dilator. Things open up. Your blood vessels open up. Your lungs actually open up because of cannabis and cannabis smoke. The THC and all the cannabinoids inside actually make it so the blood flows through your body easier, so that your lungs actually open up and make it easier to breathe. Yes, there are always going to be the outliers, people who the smoke or the THC, etc., causes adverse reactions, which sucks, because we have an endocannabinoid system. Our body produces all these cannabinoids on its own anyway. It's just that for some people we can't produce them enough. But if you're allergic to THC, boy, you're gonna not be doing good when your body makes it on its own. And some people are allergic to the things their own body makes. Some people are allergic, literally, to water. And when they cry, it causes big welts, almost burns on their skin because of the liquid in their tears. And doesn't that suck, being allergic to water? Read up on that one. Luckily, not many people, but it happens. Good golly, Miss Molly, what was I going on about? I know I went on. It's irritating to me, so I know it's irritating to you. I gotta be careful there. I'm cutting off my actual circulation in my brain with my carotid and all that, and my jugular. Ooh, that didn't feel good. So, yeah, ugh. I didn't get dizzy or anything, but I could feel there was the blood in my head starting to pump from that one. It was like, not a nice feeling. So I'd been wanting to get a choker necklace just because I kind of like the way they look and I want a nice choker. But if it does that, that was really unpleasant just from a little bit of pressure there. Ugh. Last thing I want to have is a stroke from constriction of my jugular or carotid arteries going to my brain. Yikes. So, yay. But anyway, yes, I went walkies. I did a lot. I thought about a lot of things. I really need to start working and putting the stuff from my head into keyboard on a lot of these stories that I've got, because when I'm done worrying over them in my head and I start moving on to other subjects, they start to fade. And I really like that Sigur Plague Son story. I've got a really big thing. One of the big, not characters, ooh, huge lag spikes. One of the characters is actually one of the Plague Lords, Ademtu, one of the youngest, well, the youngest and once the weakest of the Plague Lords. And so, yay, I got to get this stuff written down because Ademtu speaks. And so there's one of the main characters is Gotthard. He was like 30 years old 40 years ago, so he's a real old man. Especially in this world where 500 years out to the day of fire in the world is still cold and icy, and things are just terrible because of all the cursed objects out in the world. And it's a nasty, terrible place, especially with all these afflictions ever since Sigur Plague Son opened the door to the Plague Lords. It's really a cool story. I need to write it. So I'm going to actually start working on that in my blog here really, really soon. Again, thank you, Brian Glenn, for having got that all together. It looks awesome. It's an awesome looking thing. It's just I keep falling asleep and being really busy or really tired. And so I just don't have the oomph and gumption to actually be able to press forward and use my brain, because by the time I'm ready to write, it's exhausting to think. And I'm already exhausted by the end of the day with fibro and my fibro fog. I only have like 20 spoons on a good day, whereas a normal person has about 100. You do what you can do, because all you can do is all you can do, and that is okay. Definitely a thumbs up. I had a scene I was writing in my head last night where a character was going up against some sort of other thing where the bad guy is trying to talk him out of, you know, why are you even fighting? Why are you doing this? But the main character is an existential nihilist. And so there's the bodies of all those who have made it as far as he has. And he just keeps pressing forward, and the bad guy is just saying things like, well, why do you think you're so uniquely suited to come and defeat me? And it's like, well, and uniquely suited? Nobody's uniquely suited for anything. All of us just have skills and talents, and it's all just luck and the random choice of the draw. I'm uniquely suited for nothing, but I can't go back and I can't stay here. So I have to keep going forward, and keeps pressing on because of that. There's uniquely suited? None of us are uniquely suited. The fact that he has only lived that long and has made it that far, sheer luck. But you can't go back and he can't stay there, so he's got to keep going forward. Uniquely suited? Oh no. Oh no. But because of his existential nihilism, it actually turns out to be the thing. Because at one point, he realizes the character, the bad guy, has stopped talking to him, and he's like, huh, am I starting to believe that with all uniquely suited? No, I'm not. And if he's not trying to talk me forward, this is probably some horrific trap I'm about to walk into. And then catches it that way. So definitely a thumbs up. Now I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people. It is a range of 20 to 25, 20 to 25, because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I've apparently given myself a stroke by putting pressure on my carotid arteries, and I forget things really easily, especially right now. So thumbs up for that. If I mispronounced a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. My eyes randomly going down the page and stopping on names. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up each one I read. Answer as many as I can. But for right now, thank you for having left me a comment. Good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. Thank you very, very much. It is appreciated. So, call up my Chrome. And we have Lasmar, R, thank you very, very much. And RyDC, thank you very much. Johnny M.W. Madden, greatly appreciated. Derek Vickers, thumbs up and thank you. And Kathy Kisscat, greatly appreciated and good to see you in the comments. Grant Brandon's Garage, greatly appreciated. Wanty Faz, F-A-U-Z-Y-E, thank you very, very much. And Twitch_1Frozen, except instead of letters, they're digits. Thank you very, very much. Barack Obama, how about that? Thomas S, greatly appreciated. Elliot Rocks, thumbs up and thank you. Kaluarga Nodi, oh, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. Nightleaf, N-Y-T-E, thank you very much, greatly appreciated. Thomas S, thumbs up and thank you. Aaron Stewart, greatly appreciated. Incurgio, and then looks like a blank face, you know, 2 eyes and then the underscore in the middle. Thank you very much. And Rubab, greatly appreciated. Joka, thumbs up and thank you. Bradley Scott, greatly appreciated. C_R_O_M_, many, 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 greatly appreciated, I think. And Mama Chell, greatly appreciated and thank you. Pandora NYC1, thank you very, very much. And Just Arduino Things, good deal, thumbs up and thank you. Nicholas Felipe, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Steinbein Jablonski. I sure hope I'm very close. Thank you all so very much. Greatly appreciated. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with actual people, even if in just a text form. And that is greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. Well, shucks. You can check out my various links. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. I think I mentioned that before, but I just mentioned it again. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool and greatly appreciated. If you could hit that button and smash that bell, that would be very, very cool. Greatly appreciated. But of course, if you did not wish to, I would understand. But if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time, which will hopefully won't be longer than this afternoon, because hopefully I haven't actually dislodged anything from my carotid or jugular, and I'm going to have a stroke or heart attack later. Oh, that would suck. It really would. I don't want to die today. But I'm going to hopefully have a reaction video today, hopefully a game video, hopefully I still haven't been able to sign into my game channel yet, so let's hope that's all gotten figured out. Oi. Well, life is life though. Am I going to stretch this one out another 20-30 seconds just to make it 20 minutes in the hopes that 1 or 2 of you will watch to the very, very end? Well, sure. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Absolutely, and thank you so much for coming along with me.